going to do the keys to victory tonight. We're going to use Dennis Nix is going to sponsor the keys to victory tonight, along with the halftime stats. And we thank Dennis for everything he does for the Leopards. We're going to go with the keys, really basically what Coach Fogelman talked about. Forget the loss, put it behind you. And I think that's very important. And another thing too is eliminate mistakes. And in that eliminate mistakes, you might want to put a sub-subject under there, get off to a good start. But and I really think too, I think it's going to be very important that we run the ball. We weren't able to run the ball last week. Hence, we had to throw the ball, and so that'll be the Dennis Nix Screw and Machine Company's keys to victory, and we'll follow up on them at halftime.
Well, Ron, I'm going to tail off that your third item there, run the football. I think that's going to come back to one item in particular, and one thing that we've somewhat discussed already. I think you got to control the line of scrimmage to run the football, and something that the Leopards didn't do last week, they've got to do this week if they're going to execute the game plan that we feel like Coach Fogelman is probably coming into it with. He's always said you got to have the run game first. Everything sets up off the run.
Yeah, the way him and Coach Baker work their offense, it's set up on the run, and we know we can throw the ball. I mean, David Traylor has shown us in the past that if he gets a little bit of time, and the linebackers have to, honor that play action pass and whatever that we have the opportunity to throw the ball effectively at time. But once again, it just goes back to getting old number 22 through there and being able to go through and get some cutbacks that weren't there last week.
Speaking of number 22, Ron, I do believe that is going to be tonight's isolated player of the game.
That's going to be the ISO player of the game, and we'll keep track of him, and Mark Roberts will be up here with the halftime stats brought to us by Dennis Nix and his company, and we'll see how Dontel does.
And just to be perfectly upfront with everybody, we are without our third partner who had to cover for both of us last week. But normally he would kind of keep up with a running stat for the isolated player of the game. We both know that we're not going to be able to do that, and so we kind of got a little lazy. We're going to let Mark keep the stats on our isolated player. We now have Dontel stats all night. Fortunately, or hopefully, Ron, we won't prove to be. Sometimes in the past, Gibbs would pick an isolated player of the game, and the third play of the game, he'd be sent off the field on crutches.
Yeah, we've injured a few ISO players in the past. We have with us tonight in the booth up here Don Baker, so maybe we can give Don a pencil and a piece of paper, and he can kind of keep track. Because I want to tell you something, that man's kept enough stats in baseball over the years that he can keep some stats. We're about ready to kick it off.
Alfonso Torres has teed it up for the Leopards. Excuse me. And it is going to be picked up at the 9-yard line, return up to about the 25. On the return for Arkadelphia was Javon Williams.
Yeah, right down there like he always is. Mario Jamerson does an outstanding job on our special teams, whether it's punt coverage, kickoffs, or whatever. Seems like he is always around the ball.
Quarterback for Arkadelphia is a sophomore, number 16, Garrett Rucker, and he'll be working out of shotgun. Setting up to his right is Xavier Todd. He got trips right, split left. High snap fielded by Rucker. Throws out to the right on a little tunnel screen. Good coverage out there by the Leopards. The flag comes in late. There was a loss in the play of about 4 yards.
Well, the Leopards have done an excellent job on that. Looks like Coach Scarborough and his crew has done an excellent job of scouting that one. And out there real quick, of course, was Kevin Murdoch playing that left corner out there. And I saw it's against Arkadelphia, but I did not see the signal. It is holding.
We'll be holding against Arkadelphia. It looks like the Leopards are going to decline that and just take the loss on the play. The loss was back to about the 21-yard line, so a loss of about 4 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 14.
That's one thing that you'll notice when watching a Coach Elmore team. They like to spread it out and throw it around.
Now twins to either side for Rucker. He's going to set up in shotgun. Brings a man in motion. The give is to the wide out, and he's going to have a good gain up across the 25 to the 27-yard line. Xavier Dodd on the carry.
Kind of strung him out. Mario Jamerson, I'm sorry, in there, for the stop, and come across there to, it looked like he was going to have a little bit more running room than what he did, but Jamerson stuck his nose in there and made a good stop.
Third down and about 8 for Arkadelphia. They're at their 27-yard line. Rucker sets up in shotgun once again. It's twins right, split left. Like he's going to roll to his right, looking for somebody to throw to. Throws underneath. The pass is complete, and that will be enough for the first down. On the reception was Greg Claiborne.
Claiborne did a good job of getting out there, and he's one that Coach wanted us to watch, and picked up 8-9 yards for the first and 10, and the Badgers got out of a hole. We had them there at about second and 13, and picked up the necessary yardage for first and 10 at the Leopard 35-yard line.
No scores were early in this one. Arkadelphia is on their opening drive. Now twins to either side once again for Rucker. Sets up in shotgun. Leopard showing blitz. They come with it. Give underneath, and no running room there for Markel Hendricks, and he'll be dropped for about a 2, maybe 3-yard loss.
Yeah, once again, Jamerson's in there finishing off some of the work of looked like the left defensive tackle over there. That looks like Grady Ollison's over on the left side.
So second down and 12, and the Leopards able to get a good play on first down earlier, but Arkadelphia was able to overcome that and get the first. The second down and 12 once again as Rucker steps under center. Bringing a man in motion, this Markel again. That is the speedy wideout getting the first down as he gets up over the 45-yard line. Xavier Todd on the carry, and that's the second time we've seen that play already.
Yeah, they're bringing him across, and it's going to be one of those options. It's a play that Coach Elmore's used a lot of, and they either hand it to him or they won't, and you've got to be aware of where number one is all the time, because he is really fast, and he's hard to get a pad on, and you're going to have to take better angles on it than the Leopards have.
Rucker setting up in shotgun once again has Markel Hendricks. Well, I'll take it back. Hendricks now moving out to the left side. Trips right, twins left for Rucker. First and 10 for Arkadelphia in the Leopard territory. Rolling to his right is Rucker, looking for a man. Pass complete. Another first down for Arkadelphia inside the Malvern 45-yard line.
Boy, I tell you what, he hit Claiborne again, and I tell you what, Rucker looks awful good, awful poised for a sophomore. He's really good. He's really good rolling to his right, and it's 2 big completions that he's thrown out there. It brings up a second and about 3.
Yeah, it looked like I thought he had gotten past the marker, but he hadn't, so it is second and 3, as Ron says. And once again, Hendricks alone in the backfield as Rucker steps under center. Leopards again showing blitz. This time, give underneath, and on the carry is Hendricks, and Hendricks comes up just shy of the 41-yard line. Will be very close to a first down.
So we were talking about a while ago, they run Xavier Todd on that, runs across there, and the quarterback, Rucker, has the option of either giving it to Todd. That time, he gave it to the tailback and picked up the first and 10. So it's just, Leopard's just going to have to do a good job of identifying what the Badgers are doing.
Rucker brings the play in from the sideline. First and 10, as Ron said. Ball is at the Malvern 41-yard line. 9:21 to go here in the first quarter as Rucker sets up in shotgun, takes a snap, rolling to his left, throws, passes incomplete. Intended for number 9, TJ Means. It will be second and 10.
Rucker rolled to his left, as Mike said on that one, and didn't look near as comfortable rolling out to the left. And again, for a righty, that's one of the hardest, passes to complete and throw is when you're throwing across the body. But it looks to me like that the plan tonight, Mike, is going to have Rucker roll out left, right, and just try to stay away from this Leopard rush.
Second down and 10 for Arkadelphia. Rucker again sets up under center. Now an I formation for the Badgers. Fake the give rather, rolling to his right is Rucker. Throws, pass, underneath is complete.
Xavier Todd went down to catch that one, and once again, Rucker rolls out to his right and quite honestly has plenty of time to pick up his. Probably Todd was his secondary receiver, and threw one in there and threw a little bit low. But Todd did a good job of going down on the ground and scooping the ball out, and that gives the Badgers a 1st and 10 at Leopard 29.
Arkadelphia moving the ball pretty efficiently so far. They've got it, as Ron said, at the 29-yard line. Rucker takes snap, give. Off the left side is Hendricks, and Hendricks is upended as he approaches the 20-yard line. They'll spot him at about the 23.
Mario Jamerson once again in there to stop the tailback after a 5-yard gain, and the offensive line of the Badgers is doing a good job with these with the Leopards' defensive line of opening holes and moving them back a little bit.
Pickup of 6 on the play. It's 2nd and 4 for Rucker and the Badgers. Pitch to the right side. Hendricks looking for running room, tries to cut inside, and he'll lose a couple of yards. It'll be 3rd down for Arkadelphia.
I tell you what, there's a good play out there by that was Devin Ball back out there with Mario Jameson. Good to see Devin back out there in that linebacker spot. He got the concussion against Lakeside. Had to sit out by rule. Once you have a concussion, you have to sit out the next week. Missed the Stuttgart game, so it's good to see old number 8 back out there. He's a heck of a football player.
Loss in the play results in 3rd and 9 for Arkadelphia as Rucker sets up in shotgun, brings a man in motion, drops straight back, looking to pass, now looking for running room. Running to his right, and he is going to be dropped back to the 35-yard line. It'll be 4th down and about 15 for Arkadelphia.
The before mentioned Devin Ball does an excellent job of staying back in pass coverage, and once he sees Rucker coming to his left and breaking down, he comes through there and does an excellent job, throws Rucker for yet another loss, another 2 yards, and brings up about a 4th and
about 16.
4th and 16, yes.
Arkadelphia brings the punt team out. It'll be interesting to see if they actually do punt from here.
It will, because they're looking to gain.
Punt is away, angled towards the sideline. Great punt.
Nice punt.
And that one is going to be spotted inside the 5 at about the 3-yard line. So the Leopards are going to start in the shadow of their own goalpost.
Yeah, it took them a while, but the Leopards finally got the stop, and I was watching the Badgers do have a field goal kicker, and they were just a little bit out of his range, so they did a good job at that last series of backing them up, forcing them to punt. The only thing is that the Leopards have got about, 96?
About 97 yards.
96 to go.
Trailer and crew come to the line of scrimmage. And Trailer will go up under center. Henson alone in the backfield. The give is to Henson off the right side. Bounces off one man as he crosses the 5-yard line. Gets up to about the 8-yard line. So a pickup about 5 on the play.
Nice positive yardage there. The offensive line did a good job of getting a little seam so that Dontel could get through there. And we'll catch some of these numbers kids going both ways. I noticed that Devin Ball's in there on offense too, so we got him going both ways real quick.
Henson again alone in the backfield as Trailer gets up under center, twins right for the Leopards. The give is to Henson off the left side, and he's met immediately. Get positive yardage on the play, but not much. Yeah,
the Leopards are kind of playing it kind of close to the vest here, and they're sitting here looks like with a tough. They've got them, a tough 3rd and 6 to go here in the shadows of their own goalpost, so to speak. If you just joined us, it's 0-0. 5:49 left in the first quarter here at Badger Stadium.
So big 3rd down here for the Leopards as they try to turn this field position over. Arkadelphia with a good opening drive, but had to punt it away to the Leopards. Trailer now working out a shotgun. Takes a snap, looking to throw. Over the left side, pass is behind his intended receiver. Couldn't quite come up with it, and the Leopards are going to have to punt this one away.
Yeah, it looked like Mario Jameson had some running room, but Trailer just didn't quite lead him enough, and had plenty of time to throw the ball, Mike. So that's a good thing, but just was not able to make the completion, and consequently, we've got to kick. We've got our punter Patrick Llewellyn backed up in his own end zone.
Llewellyn with his heels very near the back of the end zone takes a snap, gets the punt away. Good punt. It will bound at the 45 of Malvern, takes a Leopard roll, and will be down at the 43 of Arkadelphia.
Nice punt by Llewellyn to give the the Leopards a little bit of breathing room here.
Leopard defense needs to do some work here and kind of turn this field over. As you said, Ron, the Malvern offense was a little bit hamstrung by field position there. Couldn't be too aggressive, that deep in their own end of the field.
Yeah, and the first series, there wasn't any mistakes we could see. The coaches look at it different. I'm sure there were maybe missed blocks, missed assignments, but nothing glaring. So maybe the Leopard defense could stiffen here and like you say, turn this field position around.
Gary Rucker again sets up in shotgun. His trips right. Rolling to his right is Rucker. Looking for a man underneath. Has him. And the pass is complete. Positive yardage, a gain of about 8 yards on the play.
That's Spencer Knight. Heck of a football player. He plays both ways. They've listed him at fullback and tight end, but I know he plays a lot of linebacker for the Badgers. If that's a familiar name, I believe his dad's a coach at OBU.
Big gain on first down for Arkadelphia as Rucker brings the troops back to the line of scrimmage. He will be under center. Rucker takes a snap, does give to his wideout, who's trying to cut back across the field. Now will be dropped for a loss back at the 49 of Arkadelphia. On the carry was Greg Claiborne, and the Leopards, Ron, have seen that play a couple times, and this time had it defended well.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, Claiborne trying to get extra yardage, spun around and actually lost a couple more yards, and instead of having 3rd and like 1, he's looking at about a long 3rd and 3. 3rd and 4.
Rucker sets up in shotgun now. It's twins right, split left. Claiborne set up to his right. Give Claiborne underneath, and he'll be hit for a loss. Good play there by the Malvern defense, and Kevin Bell blew that one up in a hurry.
Yeah, Kevin was right there, and whatever keys he was reading, he read them well. And standing right in there with him, of course, a big old Osha Johnson, and between those two, they didn't fool anybody, and they didn't have anywhere to go.
Now, Rucker is the quarterback and the punter for Arkadelphia. He sets up back at his own 34, gets the punt away, low spiral kick, fielded at the 20-yard line. Going sideways is Malvern. Looks like the ball, it looked like it might have come loose, but it didn't. The Leopards will get the ball at about the 21-yard line, and Ron, as deep as that is much better than where they started earlier.
Yeah, Trent Bryant did a good job of just feeling the ball, not letting it go on, hit the ground, and Leopards are actually going to start just outside of the 20, looks like, and 21, 22-yard line. A lot better. It changes your calls. It changes the way you can run your offense once you get out of the shadow of your own goalpost, so to speak.
3:49 to go here in the first quarter. No score. Malvern now on its second possession of the game as Traylor will be under center. Henson alone in the backfield. The give is to Henson off the right side. Finds a little bit of running room as he gets up near the 25-yard line.
Yeah, nice movement over there by the right side of the Leopard line to move the left defensive tackle out of the way, and Henson was able to pick up, a couple yards. I thought he picked up more than that, Mike.
Yeah, it looked like that was going to open up pretty well. The Arkadelphia linebacker there closed the gap there fairly quickly. But it will be 2nd and 7 for the Leopards. Two receivers split out to the left side for Traylor as he steps under center. Fake the give, now rolling, and pass is incomplete. A little screen there, and Traylor was under pressure from the moment he turned around. Couldn't get it complete, and the Leopards will now face 3rd and 7.
Zach Green, the linebacker for the Badgers, was all over Traylor on that one. And whatever happened, whether it was a missed block or a missed assignment, I'm telling you, the Badgers were all over that play. It really didn't have much of a chance from the get-go, did it, Mike?
No, Traylor was under heavy pressure, and to be honest, if the pass had been complete, I don't think it was going far unless the Leopard receiver there was going to be able to break some tackles. Traylor now sets up in shotgun. His twins to the left, two receivers to his right as well. Throwing along the far side, pass is incomplete. Would have been well enough for the first down, but the Leopards are going to face 4th and 7 now. And basically 2 3-and-outs, Ron, for the Leopards.
Yeah, the Leopards basically kind of threw into double coverage that way that time, and number 4 for the Badgers was back there, and Llewellyn looked like Llewellyn was down there to trying to make that reception. It just Leopards aren't just clicking right yet. They'll get her going here before long.
Leopards set up to punt now. Ball on their own 25-yard line. Llewellyn sits up at the 11. Gets the kick away. It will bound at the Arkadelphia 44 and will drop or come to a stop at the 39 of Arkadelphia. So the Leopards gain a little bit in way of field position there, Ron, but not a lot.
Not a lot, but as long as we can hold them, keep backing them up, get them. We need to get to playing on their end of the field instead of them playing on our end of the field, and get some good things on. Leopard defense needs another 3-and-out here with 2:47 left in the first quarter here at Badger Stadium. It's a 0-0 ball game in the first quarter.
Ron, a game like this, you can definitely see where a turnover could sway things very quickly.
Yeah, it's like they're waiting for something to happen.
Give up the middle for Arkadelphia. Not much there for Markel Hendricks. He'll get a couple of yards on the play up across the 40 to the 42-yard line. Be second down, and they'll spot him at the 41. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Yeah, and a good hard run there. There just wasn't much room to go. What you try to run, like I say, you try to run into that middle, and there's big old Osha Johnson, and it can get pretty thick in there quick.
Rutgers takes a snap from under center, rolling to his right. Has some pressure on the outside. Throws, pass is complete. And once again on the reception is Spencer Knight. He'll be about a yard shy of the first, but it will be 3rd and short for Arkadelphia. The ball spotted at the 48-yard line.
Once again, Mario Jamerson in on the play and did a good job of stopping the back short of the 1st and 10. I mean, when Mario hit him, he won the battle on that and actually knocked him back. Big 3rd down here for the Leopard defense.
3rd down, about a half a yard to go for the Badgers. They do have their fullback in. Running out of the eye, the Rutgers going to take it on the keeper. He'll have the first down as he gets across midfield into Leopard territory.
Well, once again, the Leopards hold, and then all of a sudden they'll have a situation where they'll give up 6, 7, 8 yards and let Arkadelphia start running and playing downhill, so to speak. But Leopards just need to bow up here. They're, like I say, they're on the 49-yard line, just barely in Leopard territory.
1st and 10 for Arkadelphia. As we near the end of the first quarter of play, about 1:25 to go here in the first quarter. Still no score. Badgers and Leopards knotted at 0. Give up the middle once again, and this time finding running room is Claiborne, and he is going to be drugged down at about the 32-yard line of the Leopards. Another first down for Arkadelphia.
I think that was actually number 4. Markel
Hendricks, I'm sorry.
The running back. Yeah, they ran the fake across there and drew the linebacker, went with the fake with Xavier Todd running across there, following number 1, left a hole through there that I'll tell you what, Hendricks shot through there and picked up a lot of yardage.
Ball is at the Leopard 32-yard line. 1st and 10 for Arkadelphia as Rutgers up under center. Sends a man in motion. Give underneath once again to Hendricks, and Hendricks is upended as he gets to the line of scrimmage. Gets maybe a yard on the play. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Devin Ball did an excellent job of staying at home in his linebacker spot there and filled the hole. And when Hendricks went through there, Devin Ball was right there with him and picked up maybe a half a yard. 25 seconds left here. Looks like the Badgers probably get one more play off here in the first quarter.
Rucker will set up in shotgun as Hendricks to his right, 2 receivers to his right, and 1 to his left. 2nd down and 9 as Rucker takes a snap, rolls to his right, getting pressure, and he is hit as he gets it away. Pass is incomplete. Rucker took a shot there.
Well, Grady Allison was out there. Really, he's been out there on that rollout, and Grady just basically went through a double-team block to and kind of swatted him out of the way to get to the quarterback and put a lick on the quarterback.
Yeah, he split a double team there. He got a good shot in on Rucker. It'll be 3rd and 9 for Arkadelphia. As Rucker comes back in with the play. Again, a big play for the Malvern defense. Just 3 seconds left in the quarter. The clock stopped with the incompletion. Trips right, split left for Rucker and the Badgers. Man in motion. Give to the outside, and it will be 4th down for Arkadelphia. Xavier Todd is brought down at about the 25, 26-yard line. It'll be 4th and about 4 yards for Arkadelphia.
That's the end of the first quarter. We'll be back after a word from our sponsors, and hopefully see if we can't get these Leopards started.
We can help you get that dream home, no matter how big or small, with a competitive rate mortgage from Malvern National Bank.
Banking in the right direction.
Are you looking for a bank where you're greeted with a smile, a sincere hello, and a banker who calls you by name and lets you know that they are sincerely glad to see you? Then come by Southern State Bank. We're here to serve you and offer the friendliest and best service available in Malvern and Hot Spring County. Visit Southern State Bank. We're here for you.
Banking in the right direction. Southern State Bank.
We've got the stamina to get you to your financial goals. We're Malvern National Bank.
And we're back at Badger Stadium, where the Arkadelphia Badgers face a 4th down and about 4 yards from the Malvern 27-yard line.
Kind of a strange first quarter. Quite a bit of offense by the Badgers, very little by the Leopards, and a 0-0 ball game. Here we go.
Rucker up under center. His 2 receivers either way, brings a man in motion. That's his fullback. Fakes the give underneath the Hendricks, under pressure. Pass is picked off at the 22-yard line of Arkadelphia. The Leopards will have the ball at the 26. We assumed they were going to blow it dead eventually.
Yeah.
And they finally did. We'll see where the spot is. It'll be about the 27-yard line. And on the interception for the Leopards is Eric Watkins.
Watson,
and I believe that's his 2nd pick of the year.
Yeah, I tell you what, Devin Ball and Grady Allison, they get part of that because they had some pressure all over that quarterback, and great stand by the Leopard defense. Maybe that'll fire this offense up a little bit.
Leopards with their best starting field position of the night. They've been they're 4, they're 21, and now the 27-yard line. Trailer up under center. Henson alone in the backfield. Pitches to Henson, right side, looking for running room. Flag comes in. That's going to be holding against the Leopards, I'm afraid, as Henson is brought down just shy of the 35.
Yeah, they've already signaled holding against the Leopards.
So what looked to be really the biggest play of the night now turns into a 10-yard loss.
From up
and
here,
maybe worse.
Yeah, from up here, you really can't tell because it's going to be 10 from the spot.
Flag is at the 24-yard line. That would move the Leopards back at the 14. And Malvern offense, as I said, Ron, looked to have their biggest gain of the night on that play, and now all of a sudden they're looking at 2nd and a mile.
Well, they've been trying
the
middle, and that time they went out to the right side and had some success out there. So we may see the Leopards try to go wide a little bit more, because we haven't had a whole lot of success going between the tackles, which has been the bread and butter for the Leopards lately.
Still 1st down for the Leopards, now backed up to their 14-yard line. As Trailer brings a man in motion, takes a snap, trying to get to the outside, and nothing happening there. We got a flag coming in late. I'm not sure. It may have been a horse collar on the carry for the Leopards. I believe it was Llewellyn.
Yeah, Zachary Green, the senior linebacker, grabbed him. I And then that's about all it could be unless he got a face mask. I don't know.
They are talking to the Malvern offense. We will assume it is a penalty against Arkadelphia. And that penalty is going to be a 15-yarder. And that gets the Leopards back near the original line of scrimmage, and it'll still be first down.
Okay. Horse collar, isn't it? I've got an old you make the call list here, and it's so old the horse collar call's not even on it.
Leopards come to the line of scrimmage. The flag's still down in the backfield. Nobody's picked it up yet. There we go. As Traylor sets up in shotgun. Twins left, split right. Henson in the backfield. To Traylor's left.
That's almost like a do-over with 1st and 10 again.
This time, Traylor gives up the middle. Henson gets away from one tackler, gets over the 30-yard line, and he'll have about 4 yards on the play. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Henson just took his time there and waited for a little crease to open up and shot up through there and picked up. But these Arkadelphia linebackers are doing a real good job of pursuing and everything.
Traylor will step under center now. Twins to either side. Takes, turns, pitches. Henson, right side. Breaks a tackle up over past the first down marker. He'll have the first for the Leopards as he gets up just shy of the 39 of Arkadelphia.
Once again, it was like we were talking before. The Leopards had some success.
Malvern, rather. Excuse me.
Leopards had some success going right, Mike, and they just pitched it out to Henson with his speed, and he got out there, and instead of going all the way out, he got cut back against the grain a little bit and picked up a good yardage there for 1st and 10.
Ryan, go ahead and make this announcement for listeners, viewers later tomorrow. Malvern in the white jerseys with the orange numbers. Let me tell you, they're pretty hard to see from where we're at. So if I miss one, I apologize. It won't be the first time. Traylor rolling to his right, throws underneath, and that pass is incomplete. And Traylor again throwing behind his intended wideout. This time it was Jacob Keeney.
Jacob Keeney.
Oh, he did catch it.
Yeah, Jacob caught the ball. The problem was Jacob just had to go down and dig the ball out and did an excellent job of catching the ball, but it was down a little bit low and it looked like a little bit behind him, and he had to leave his feet to go down and get it. Nonetheless, it's a completion, looked like about a 4-yard completion, and the Leopards are still moving.
After the spot, looks to be a gain of 3 now. 2nd and 7 for the Leopards. Traylor still in shotgun. Delayed handoff to Henson up the middle, and he'll pick up a yard, maybe 2 on the play, and the Leopards are going to face about a 3rd and 5.
Henson doing an awful good job of running hard into that middle of the line, but there just isn't a whole lot of room right there just yet. And the Badgers' defensive, their linebackers are doing a good job of plugging that hole.
Notice Bryson Barnes coming in to the game for the Leopards. He played quarterback for the JV the other night. Did a good job for Malvern. Traylor sets up in the shotgun once again. Leopards need to pick up 5 for the first. Traylor looking to throw over the middle. Pass is complete. Over midfield, first down for the Leopards, and they are in Arkadelphia territory. Brought down at the 40. We'll call it the 43-yard line.
That's the dirtiest uniform out there. So that's got to be one of our favorites, number 6, Mario Jamerson. Did a good job out there. Yeah, it's Mario going at after he caught the ball to go ahead and make some yardage. Slipped a tackle, and it's 1st and 10. These Leopards are moving it now.
Really the first sustained drive of the night for the Leopards. Still 0-0, 9:04 to go here in the first half. Fake to give underneath. Traylor rolls to his left, throws. Pass incomplete. The intended receiver was Llewellyn, and honestly, Ron Llewellyn should have come up with that one.
Yeah, it was one that looked to me like he was trying to look like, which some receivers will do, trying to run with the ball before he actually, brought it into the numbers and secured the ball. But he was open. Traylor hit him, and we'll probably see that route again.
Lots of rotation in and out in between plays for the Leopards. Getting a lot of guys in the action here, and hopefully it'll help the Leopards stay fresh as we get towards the end of the game.
Yeah, and then like Coach Fogelman said, we're going to rotate a bunch of guys in and out, and we're seeing that he talked about the line and the offensive and defensive line. We're seeing that, but we're also seeing some wideouts and some backs switching in and out too.
Yeah, I missed the penalty there, but
they're talking.
it may have been a late hit on Llewellyn. Llewellyn did get hit after that ball was on the ground. Penalty moves the ball to the...
No face mask.
Okay, well...
So evidently they...
must have been away from the ball.
Yeah, because... Anyway, Leopards get it down on the 27, 1st and 10, Mike.
Trailer's still working out of shotgun. Gives up the middle, off the left side rather, Henson, and he'll get inside the 25 to about the 23-yard line, pick up about 4 on the play.
Henson will just run him, and you see this tomorrow on Channel 13 on Suddenly. Done an excellent job of keeping those legs turning, keeping those legs churning, and picked up a couple yards that, a lesser back's not going to get.
2nd down and 6 for the Leopards. Ball on the 23-yard line. Trailer still in shotgun. 2 receivers to his right, 1 to his left. He'll give to Henson. Cuts back against the grain and is hit hard. Not much running room there for Henson. He saw a hole there for a moment, but the credit of Arkadelphia defense, they closed it in a hurry.
Yeah, Will Wallace, 10th grade linebacker, number 19, really came in there and put a big hit on Henson.
Ball still at the 23-yard line. It's 3rd down it's a long 5, short 6, depending on which way you want to look at it.
Leopards getting real close to field goal range for our kicker if we don't get it here.
Twist to either side for Trailer. Takes a snap, looking to throw. Left side, throwing towards the end zone, has a man incomplete. James King was the intended receiver, and Ron, I thought he had it there for a moment.
Yeah, he had a safety right there running with him, and he got his hands on the ball, but it looked like the same time that the safety got in there, and or maybe in the corner over there running with him. But anyway, the Badger did a good job of getting his hands in there and saving a touchdown, and we will have an attempt of a
40-yard field goal. Alfonso Torres on to kick for the Leopards. Good snap. The kick is away low and will get nowhere near. So the score remains 0-0, 7:33 to go here in the first half of play, and Arkadelphia will take over on downs.
Well, the Leopards showed a lot of life on offense and got down just outside of the red zone and just couldn't quite get it punched in. But the Leopards, like I say, they move the ball. Now if we can get a good defensive stop here by our defense, make them punt, and work again on this, improve us field position.
1st and 10 for Arkadelphia. Ball is at their 20-yard line. Give up the middle. Not much happening there as Hendricks is on the carry. Gain of about 3 on the play. It's 2nd and 7. As Arkadelphia quarterback brings the play back into the line of scrimmage. Back into the huddle, rather.
Yeah, we may be having some audio problems here that we are trying to address.
Rucker drops straight back, has some pressure, being chased out of the pocket, and he'll be dropped in the backfield. Loss on the play for Arkadelphia. And slight loss on play. It'll be 3rd down and 7 for the Badgers. 6:27 to go here in the first half. And the Leopard defense needs to make a stand here and and give the Leopard offense another chance and good field position. Whitfield definitely coming into play so far tonight, but neither team has put the ball on the ground. Rucker takes a snap, looking to throw. Has pressure hit as he lets it go. Is actually caught at about the 25-yard line. They're going to call it incomplete, rather. And it will be 4th down for the Badgers deep on their end of the field. So Malvern defense steps it up, gets pressure on Rucker, and the Leopards are able to turn over the field a little bit. And Ron's been away checking our audio problems. Hopefully you guys are hearing us at home in Malvern.
They have been all along. And I'm back thanks to my good friend and the insurance agent, R.L. Loden, who is a big sponsor of the Leopards, and we appreciate everything he does. But he told me he couldn't hear us, and the reason he couldn't hear us is because he's on the sidelines on the other side. So we apologize for that.
Arkadelphia now set to punt. Kick is away, and this one goes off the right side of the foot of the kicker, and it will go out of bounds at the 46-yard line of Arkadelphia. Malvern gets what's easily their best field position.
Well, once again, like we talked earlier, field position, and this may be one of those ball games when it becomes real important. Fortunately, the Badgers weren't able to take advantage of their field position in the first quarter, and so far the Leopards have moved, but we haven't been able to score any points. So hopefully we can turn around with this drive here. 5:49 left in the first half here at Badger Stadium. The Leopards and the Badgers are knotted at 0.
Traylor going up under center now. Takes pitches. Henson right side. He's found some room there earlier tonight, and he finds some again. This time the gain is just inside the 43-yard line of Arkadelphia.
Dontel did a good job of making a lot out of something that there wasn't a whole lot there, that he had to cut back against that grain, and did a real good job of picking up about 3 yards, the tough 3 yards, positive yards.
Second down and 7 for the Leopards. 5:18 to go here in the first half as Traylor sets up in shotgun. Twins to either side. Fakes the give underneath. Looking to throw. Now he's hemmed up in the backfield and will be dropped for a loss back in Leopard territory. Loss all the way back to the Malvern 46-yard line. And the Leopards now face a 3rd and long. Here in the waning minutes of the first half. Be 3rd and about 18 for Malvern. As Traylor gets the play from the sidelines, comes back. Ron, obvious passing situation here in the Badgers. Look like they're going to play about 3 deep.
Yeah, and it's going to take a good effort to get this 1st and 10.
Traylor working out a shotgun, looking to throw. Underneath, pass is complete. And the Leopards just get a little bit of yardage back as they get up to about the 48. Their own 48, and it will be 4th down for the Leopards. They're going to have to punt this one away.
Yeah, the Leopards locked in with 4 minutes left here in the half, locked in a defensive struggle that some of us, including me, was not anticipating. And the Badgers have done a good job stopping the Leopards, and the Leopards have done a good job stopping the Badgers. So we're just hoping one team makes a mistake, but it's not the Leopards.
Llewellyn on the fake, on the run. He's across midfield, and he is going to be stopped well shy of the 1st down. Looked like he had some room there for a moment. Gets to the 45. There is a flag on the ground, and if that goes against Arkadelphia, it could very easily give Malvern a 1st.
By the actions of Coach Elmore down on the sideline, it looks like it could be against Arkadelphia. They are talking to Kevin Bell, the Leopard captain, so that's probably they're
going to wave the flag off now.
It's rare you see a high school official wave a flag off, but evidently it'd be interesting to.
Thought it might be another horse collar penalty there for a moment. Nonetheless, the Badgers will take over at their own 46-yard line, 1st and 10. And we have got a timeout on the field. We're going to take a break as well. It's 0-0 here in Arkadelphia. Malvern and Arkadelphia tied up.
Hi, I'm Josh. Get up, wait.
Hey, I'm Tommy Green, pastor of Third Baptist Church here in Malvern. We're looking forward to a great season from our Leopards. We also want to take this chance and invite you to church. Starting September 27th, we're going to have 2 worship services on Sunday mornings, an 8:30 traditional service and a 10:55 contemporary service. Also on Sunday nights at 5:25, we offer Awanas free of charge, and on Wednesday nights at 6, we have a family worship service. We hope to see you soon.
Back at Arkadelphia, 1st and 10 for the Badgers from their own 46-yard line. Leopard showing blitz. Give to Hendricks up the middle, and he's met at the line of scrimmage. Gets maybe a yard on the play. Gets a couple, actually, and it'll be 2nd and 8 for the Badgers.
Excellent penetration by the Leopards there. Of course, Devin Ball was there to finish it up, and I believe that was Eldon Holloman in there, number 72. If that's a wrong call, I'm apologizing, but it was looks like the right tackle in there.
Rucker working out a shotgun now. It's 2 receivers to either side. Takes a snap. Throw underneath, incomplete. Intended for number 5, Greg Claiborne, but he can't come up with it, and it will be 3rd and 8 for the Badgers. Again, 2:58 to go here in the first half of play. No score in the ball game. Malvern and Arkadelphia, both teams have moved the ball at times, but have had a lot of trouble finding the end zone. Rucker, excuse me, go ahead, Rucker.
Yeah, I was just going to say it's been kind of a strange ball game. A lot, quite a bit of yardage, but nobody's really threatened to score.
Twins to either side now for Rucker. Hendricks in the backfield alongside him. As Rucker drops straight back, has some pressure, throwing far down the sideline, and that is going to be incomplete. Good coverage out there by the Leopards, and it will be 4th down for Arkadelphia.
Yeah, and once again, we apologize. We can't pick these kids' numbers up, and it looked like
Trent Bryant.
It looked like Trent Bryant over it. It's his position, and Bryant was all over him. I mean, he had him covered, and
we have a flag in the backfield. Probably. Well, they're going to mark it off. I started to say if it were holding, the Leopards would probably.
Well, I guess they took it. Yeah.
But they decided to go ahead and take the yardage.
Yeah, well.
And in a game of field position like this, I can certainly understand that.
Yeah.
3rd down and, wow, let me see here.
So the ball's on the 33, and they've got to go to the 43 on the other side.
27 and 7, 34.
34.
Rucker going to keep it. Find some running room, but he is going to be stopped after a gain of about 5 or 6 yards, and so taking the penalty turned out to probably be a good idea for the Leopards, as Arkadelphia is going to have to punt it away.
Yeah, nice choice by the coaches over there to set them back and take the 10 yards, and they look like they got about 3 or 4 of it back. So a net gain of a net loss, I guess, or for the Badgers, net gain for the Leopards somewhere around 5, 6, 7, 8 yards. Nonetheless, they've got to kick it from their own 38 with 4th and 19.
We got just over 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Arkadelphia looks like they're probably going to hold the last second here and take a timeout as the play clock runs out.
Thinking in the right direction.
Are you looking for a bank where you're greeted with a smile, a sincere hello, and a banker who calls you by name and lets you know that they are sincerely glad to see you? Then come by Southern State Bank. We're here to serve you and offer the friendliest and best service available in Malvern and Hot Spring County. Visit Southern State Bank. We're here for you.
Thinking in the right direction. Southern State Bank.
4th and 19 for Arkadelphia as we near the end of the first half. Again, 0-0. A minute 57 to go here in the first half. And Ron, probably Malvern's last chance here in the first half.
Yeah, and it'd be nice for Leopards put some points on here and then get the ball back. And it's just to start the second half, but we need a return here on this punt.
Low snap, fielded cleanly by the punter. Gets away a good punt. Fielded at the 33-yard line across the 40 and drugged down at about the 43-yard line, and that's for the Leopards will start 1st and 10. They're on 43.
Minute 47 left here in the first half. Not at 0-0, and the Leopards are going to try to get something going here before the half ends.
Ron, I'd be interested to know. I know we've got a couple of players pretty muddy out there. How the footing is. I haven't seen a lot of slipping, but I've seen a lot of mud on the jerseys.
Yeah, and then the field looks like it's taking some wear and tear too.
Trailer working out a shotgun. Thanks to give, throws underneath, pass complete across midfield. And down inside the 45-yard line, the Leopards will have a first down there.
Looked like Trent Bryant took that, and Trent did a good job of getting the Leopard 1st and 10. The clock stops with that, and Leopards are ready to go again.
Leopards in the 2-minute offense. Trailer giving the hand signals to the wideouts. Two receivers to either side. Now looking over the middle. Has a man, King. King looked like he was going to come down with it, got hit at the last minute, and it popped out of his hands. And I think he's a little slow getting up.
Yeah, King was one thing that you hate as a receiver and you love as a defensive back. King had jumped to get the ball, and he was stretched as high as he could get and sandwiched by 2 defensive backs just as he caught the ball, and that'd have been a tough one to hang on to.
2nd down and 10 for the Leopards. Ball at the 44-yard line. King goes split out to the far side along with Bryant and I believe Llewellyn. Throw underneath. Pass is complete. Going to be a loss on the play. Bryant able to make the catch, but Arkadelphia all over the screen pass.
Yeah, they had that one figured out pretty quick, and they were all over that one.
When we get down near a minute 15, the Leopards come back to the line of scrimmage. Trailer, again working out a shotgun. 2 receivers to either side. Henson in the backfield. Trailer looking over the middle. Pass is incomplete, intended for King. It will be 4th down for the Leopards, and the clock stops with 1:01 to go here in the first half.
Yeah, James just about had his hands on that ball, and it hit the defensive back right in the chest and bounced off of him, and I think he was thinking King might have made that reception, but wasn't able to bring it in, and the Leopards are going to have to punt it away here with 1 minute and 1 second left in the first half.
Llewellyn sets up with his heels on the 35-yard line. Good snap. Llewellyn gets the punt away. No rush from Arkadelphia. Ball bounds down near the 20-yard line and will be downed. Looks like Ron at about the 16, 17-yard line.
Yeah, it'll be kind of interesting now to see if the Badgers do go ahead and go into their 2-minute drill, or if they're content to go in halftime with at a 0-0 and tie ball game here at Badger Stadium in Arkadelphia. Neither team has really been able to generate a really good scoring threat in the first half, Mike.
It's easy for you to say.
Yeah.
Like Arkadelphia setting up to take a knee with just seconds left here in the first half. They do, 48 seconds as the ball is down. So it looks like we will, Ron, go into halftime with a 0-0 score, and really a surprising game on several fronts so far.
Yeah, it kind of tells you the mindset of the ball game here, because it gives me the feeling Arkadelphia thinks they're awful fortunate to be 0-0 here at the end of the first half, and consequently just taking a knee and going to go in and see what they can do.
Arkadelphia just has to take one more knee to finish out the half as they come walking towards their sidelines. Under 10 seconds to go in the half. And that is going to be your halftime score, 0-0, as both teams start making their way towards their dressing rooms.
Dreaming of your retirement? Let's plan it together. We're Malvern National Bank. Enjoy life. We make financial security easy. We're Malvern National Bank.
Once again, back at Arkadelphia, the teams are coming out from the locker rooms, getting things ready for the second half. And Ron, while we've got a moment, I know you mentioned it briefly with Mark. Let's go back to the keys to the game and see kind of how we're holding up so far.
Well, one of the main things that's kind of struck me is that, and Coach Fogelman talked a lot about it, was to forget the loss of last week. He said the kids were upset. They didn't like it. And, the thing that I expect them to show maybe a little more emotion in the second half than they did. Both teams, it's not that both teams are they're not flat. It's just that you expect in years past this has been such a hard-fought emotional battle that we haven't seen that so far. And then to eliminate mistakes, and like we were talking, the Leopards have not made any glowing mistakes in that interceptions, turnovers, or anything like that. But we know there's some mistakes being made, on the offensive side of the ball, either by missing blocks or something, but because we haven't been able to really sustain a scoring drive of any yet. We did have one missed opportunity, a 40-yard field goal there in the I believe that was in the first quarter, wasn't it, or second quarter?
Second quarter.
Second quarter, and then to run the ball. And you and I talked about this at not at great length, but at length before the ball game. We have got to set up and be able to run the ball. The success we had at Sylvan Hills, the success we had at Lakeside, is because John Henson could run the ball. He's 6 for 20. He's carried the ball 8 times for 26 yards, and that's just really a subpar performance for him because number one, the field out here is really deteriorating, and the footing's not real good. So we know from watching him that he's got to have some good footing to make some cuts, and that could be part of it. Second half we're going to have to run the football because David Trailer just won't have time if we go back to the passing game. They're just going to lay their ears back, and instead of the linebackers setting back in coverage like they have been, I expect Arkadelphia to start sending some linebackers in if we go back to passing the ball a lot.
Yeah, and you talked about bringing emotion up. Where we are here, one of the things I don't like about broadcasting from here, we're very shut off from the game, very shut off from the crowd, not a lot of noise comes into the booth where we're at. But just reading the body language, Ron, I didn't see the emotion, the passion out on the field, really from either team.
That's true.
We're obviously homers. We're here for the Leopards, and that's who we'd like to see get fired up here. But I didn't see that emotion there in the first half. I hope to see it here in the second half. Going back to your point about the running game, obviously if Dontel is only able to double what he did in the first half, say 16 carries for 52 yards, that's not a recipe for success for Malvern.
No, and we was talking to Mark Roberts at halftime as we get ready to kick off. The Leopards are taking the field. We're waiting for maybe a team to make a mistake, and we're hoping it'll be the Badgers instead of the Leopards. So we're about ready to kick this one off.
Again, here in Badger Stadium, it is 0-0 as we get things started here in the second half. Arkadelphia is kicking off to Malvern, and Leopard set to receive the kick. Short kick, and it will go out of bounds. Does not go 10 yards. Will go out of bounds at the 46-yard line of Malvern. Like Arkadelphia had a little trickery in store for the Leopards coming out to start this second half, and didn't go exactly as they planned.
Yeah, they're going to have to kick it again. That is one of those situations. If it doesn't go 10 yards, you don't have an option.
Well, now the Leopards can take the ball where it went out of bounds.
Okay, yes.
Be just across the Malvern 45-yard line.
Okay. I stand corrected. It's college ball. You don't have the option. Or do you?
Yeah, actually, you got it there, too. You can take it. If the ball goes out, you can take it at 35.
Forget anything I just said about onside kicks or short kicks.
King goes split to the far side, I formation for the Leopards. First time we've seen that tonight. They give to Henson up the middle. He goes straight ahead and bangs his way towards midfield. He'll come up just shy of the 50-yard line. And a good start there by the Leopards. And Ron, the inability to cut may be why you saw the fullback in there for the Leopards.
Yeah, and we've got some kids that can play fullback and lead blocks through there, and Leopards come back out, and we may see a lot of that eye here lately.
And that is Jared Davis. He'll set up more of an offset eye this time, trying the left side. Henson gets up near the 45. He's going to be about a yard or two shy of the first, but he is in Arkadelphia territory.
Well, the first two series, it looks to me like that Malvern line, Coach Baker may have had a little heart-to-heart with them or whatever, but they're really fired off the ball.
Third down, less than a yard for the Leopards. Again, just underway here in the second half. No score in the first half. Trailer brings the play in from the sidelines. And the Leopards only need one for the first. This time Trailer's going to set up in shotgun as Henson to his left. Jared Davis set up in a fullback type position. They give this to Henson up the middle. He'll have the first down.
Ooh, depends on the spot.
He is about the 44-yard line. Not a great spot from the near side judge.
And they're going to look like they would have to call the chains in to measure this one.
It's also the same judge that picked up his horse collar flag earlier.
Yeah.
We'll wait on the chains will come across.
It'll be interesting right here this early in the second half if the Leopards do come up an inch or two short, what Coach Fogelman will do. As we wait for the measurement, as they set the spot and stretch
He's
the chain.
going to be, they're going to call it a first down. There we go. Got it by the nose.
About a half a football. We couldn't see because the linesman was bending down. And the guys, while we have it here, the referee tonight is Chris Esch. The umpire is Jay Hertner. The linesman is Sam Harris. Line judge is Daniel Faulkner. And the back judge is Trey Bingham. And that's our officiating crew for tonight.
First down and 10 for the Leopards. Ball at the 44-yard line of Arkadelphia. Opening drive here in the second half. Jared Davis set up to the right side. Henson alone in the backfield. Give to Henson again. Bangs into one of his linemen. He'll only get a couple yards on the play. As Arkadelphia did a good job of filling the holes there. Gain of 1. It'll be second and 9.
Cole Weems, a 11th grader, defensive end, tight end, was out there to actually turn him back to the inside and got a hold of the leg, and Dontel couldn't shake loose.
Trailer will set up in shotgun. His two receivers to his left, one to his right. Henson to his left as well. Give to Henson again. This time breaks a couple tackles up near the 40-yard line. They'll spot him at the 41. So a gain of about 3 on the play. Well, they'll say gain of 2 on the play. It will be 3rd and 7.
Henson's just having trouble making that cut to run north and south, and the Arkadelphia players obviously have seen a lot of the Leopards on film, and their angles and their pursuit is really good on Dontel Henson.
Big play on this opening drive for the Leopards. They send 2 men to either side. Trailer still working out of shotgun. Trailer looking to throw. Right side has a man open. Caught, and the Leopards have a first down.
James King caught that one, and it was nicely ran route, and King just outran the receiver on him. And tell you what, Trailer laid it out there, and James King wasn't going to miss that one, Mike.
Yeah, that one right in the breadbasket. Good throw, good catch by the Leopards, and big play there as the Leopards now as deep as they've been all night in Arkadelphia territory. Ball is spotted at the 22-yard line. It's 1st and 10 for the Leopards. Trailer gives. Fakes the give, rather. Throws back underneath to Jamerson, and Jamerson, rather. Wow. He is going to be down at the 6-yard line. They fooled me. They fooled several Badgers as well. It looked like the Leopards were going to pull the end around on Arkadelphia.
Nice play there, and Jamerson did a good job of going. And right there, to me, dry field, good field, Jamerson scores on that one because he just couldn't get his footing under him to cut to the inside of the defenders right there at him. Nonetheless, ball's on the 7-yard line. The Leopards got 1st and goal here.
8:45 to go in the third quarter. Leopards threatening to score. Davis still in a slot position. Gives to Henson. He's met right as he gets the football. He's going to lose yardage back to the 9-yard line.
Well, I tell you what, Cantrell Jones, defensive lineman, looked like they got him backed up there. Yeah, you can't tell. Looks like he still played out that defensive line. Anyway, we missed an assignment on there because nobody laid a hat on him, and he was right there waiting on our back.
Second down and goal from the 9-yard line of Arkadelphia. Trailer up under center, turns, gives. Henson again, right side, squeezes through, and he will be brought down at the 6-yard line. Picked up about 3 yards there. It'll be third and goal from the 6.
Well, he looked like he had a long way to go there, and somebody just reached out and grabbed him, or he slipped or something, because there was a hole there, and it didn't close. We can't see from up here, but you can see this tomorrow, 4 o'clock, Channel 13, Southern Link.
Kingo split to the far side. I believe that's Bryant split to the near side. I formation for the Leopards. Give again, up the middle. Henson inside the 5-yard line, and he'll be stopped at about the 1.5. It'll be fourth and goal from just outside the 1.
Coach Fogelman's got a choice here to make, and they haven't started the 25-second clock. He's over there talking to David Traylor, and looks like...
See a couple of substitutes coming in, but not the kicker as of yet.
Not number 12, number 23, Alfonso Torres. So looks like the Leopards are going to go ahead and
going to give it a shot here.
Well, the Leopards
only 5 seconds left on the play clock, and the Leopards are going to have to take a timeout. They will take a break when we come back. The Leopards have fourth and goal from just outside the 1. We'll be back in a moment.
Thinking in the right direction.
Are you looking for a bank where you're greeted with a smile, a sincere hello, and a banker who calls you by name and lets you know that they are sincerely glad to see you? Then come by Southern State Bank. We're here to serve you and offer the friendliest and best service available in Malvern and Hot Spring County. Visit Southern State Bank. We're here for you.
Thinking in the right direction. Southern State Bank.
Hi, I'm Josh. It up way.
Hey, I'm Tommy Green, pastor of Third Baptist Church here in Malvern. We're looking forward to a great season from our Leopards. We also want to take this chance and invite you to church. Starting September 27th, we're going to have 2 worship services on Sunday mornings, an 8:30 traditional service and a 10:55 contemporary service. Also on Sunday nights at 5:25, we offer Awanas free of charge, and on Wednesday nights at 6, we have a family worship service. We hope to see you soon.
Back at Badger Stadium, where the Leopards have a tough decision to make. Here's fourth and goal from just outside the 1-yard line. 6:48 to go here in the third quarter. Leopards on their opening drive here in the third. And the Malvern offense has taken the field. Jared Davis is in at fullback. Henson will be dotting the I. One receiver to either side. Crowd comes to their feet here as Henson gets the snap. Barreling towards the end zone.
No.
And they're going to say he did not get there, so Arkadelphia will take over on downs. It's got to be run inside the 1.
Yeah, it looks like, probably looks right about the 1.5. Yeah, they're going to say it's still probably on the 2. See where they spot it. Yeah.
So Arkadelphia takes over on downs, and Malvern loses its best opportunity to score so far tonight.
Yeah, that's one of the times you want to eliminate mistakes, and that's a mistake. It's not a mistake of the call. The call was not a mistake. The mistake was not getting in with first and goal inside the 7. You know, that's the thing that comes back to haunt you. Not going for it on fourth down.
Rucker now steps under center. Leopard showing blitz. Give to Hendricks up the middle, and he'll get a little bit of yardage. There's a flag in the backfield. May have been some motion. And that is going to be a legal procedure, or a legal shift against Arkadelphia.
Yeah, we had a lineman trying to come up in there and got back, and I don't know whether he threw off the timing for the Badgers or whatever, but...
and that will end up being about a 1-yard penalty.
If it's... I'm sure if we have the option, we'll decline it.
They're going to make it second down.
Well, they
They
have.
don't have that option. An illegal shift happens before the snap.
Yeah, that before the snap, it's, they're saying now the ball's on the 4, but it couldn't be on the 4 with a, back to the,
Still showing 1st and 10, so obviously something isn't.
Wait a minute, something's wrong here.
They didn't mark off a penalty. They didn't change the down.
that ball, they've got to go back half the distance, or, maybe they waved the flag off.
That wouldn't be the first time tonight.
No. Okay. Still a little confusion here by the crew, and the crew's not doing a real good job communicating to the coaching staff to the point that Coach Fogelman's way out on the field and a ways, and so it is second down.
Looking to throw his Rucker near side, passes incomplete, in and out of the hands of his intended receiver, and really the Badgers could have dug themselves out of a hole there, but Claiborne couldn't come up with it.
Yeah, he was down 10, 12, 15 yards, and he went through his hands. Catchable ball.
So third down now for Arkadelphia.
Big third down here for the Leopards. It's number 16, of course, Garrett Rucker has been the quarterback, the 10th grader all the way for the Badgers. Comes back in after talking to the coaching staff.
Rucker back up under center. Turns, gives.
Wow.
To his tailback, nothing there, and the Badgers are going to have to punt out of their own end zone. Good play there by the Malvern defense, specifically Ron, the defensive line.
Yeah, the Leopards really stood up there and did a good job, and hopefully we can gain better field position out of this one and go ahead and punch this one in.
King and Bryant, the deep men for Malvern. As Rucker sets up with his heels back against his own goal line. Gets the punt away, short kick. Picked up at the 36 of Arkadelphia. James King. James King getting towards the sidelines, barreling his way towards the end zone, but he is going to be stopped shy. Nonetheless, Leopards are going to have 1st and goal.
King got awful close. Leopards once again are going to have 1st and goal, but it's going to be inside the 5 instead of outside the 5, and King did a good job getting to the outside.
1st and goal for Malvern. Ball spotted on the 3-yard line. So, Ron, you got to figure another 4 chances to get 3 yards.
Yeah.
Leopards very fortunate to come out of this. They had 1st and goal from the 7 earlier, unable to get in, held Arkadelphia, and then the big return by James King sets us up where we are now. Give, Henson, off the left side of the line. He gets some positive yardage, but not into the end zone. They'll spot him, Ron. Boy, it's a tough angle from here, but about the 2.
Yeah, it's about, you wonder if they fake to the inside and send somebody out wide. We're having really trouble moving between our tackles on these guys. I tell you, big old number 72 for Arkadelphia, Devon Adams, who was Coach Fogelman said he's a big force in there on that line.
Davis still in at fullback. Leopard setting up in an I formation now. 2 receivers to the left. Trailer turns, gives. Henson. Touchdown, Malvern. And the Leopards get on the scoreboard with 4:54 to go here in the 3rd quarter.
Kept pounding out. A little misdirection on that one, and the Leopards were able to take advantage of a great defensive stand. The defense, I tell you what, Mike, the defense has got to get half of these. They get 3.5 of these 7 points because of the stand they made and made Arkadelphia punt it out of their end zone.
Torres on to kick the extra point. Snap is good, hold is good, the kick is good. Good kick there by Torres, and the Leopards have a 7-0 lead, 4:54 to go in the 3rd quarter. We'll be back in a moment.
Dreaming of your retirement? Let's plan it together. We're Malvern National Bank.
Hi, I'm Josh. Get up, wait.
Hey, I'm Tommy Green, pastor of Third Baptist Church here in Malvern. We're looking forward to a great season from our Leopards. We also want to take this chance and invite you to church. Starting September 27th, we're going to have 2 worship services on Sunday mornings, an 8:30 traditional service and a 10:55 contemporary service. Also on Sunday nights at 5:25, we offer Awanas free of charge, and on Wednesday nights at 6, we have a family worship service. We hope to see you soon.
Enjoy life. We make financial security easy. We're Malvern National Bank.
Leopards have a 7-0 lead, 4:54 to go here in the third quarter, and Leopards get the kick away. Fielded at about the 23-yard line. Good return for Arkadelphia up across the 30 to the 35, and that's where they'll start 1st and 10.
You know, we were talking earlier, and Coach Fogelman was talking during the coaches show that, you had to watch number 5 and number 33, and that's a couple kids that's really played well for them. But also, the Leopards so far has taken one of the Badgers' main offensive threats, and they've had success with the screen pass. We have really defended that well.
Rucker brings the Badgers to the line of scrimmage. Twins right, split left. Hendricks alone in the backfield. Brings a man in motion. Give Hendricks off the right side, and he's hit immediately and dropped for a loss.
Devin Ball, I tell you what, he's just really played. He was playing so hard the Lakeside game, and he took a knee to the helmet. I mean, he was everywhere in the Lakeside game, and he's been that way tonight. He's really played all over the field, and he's played both ways. Devin's just a big, strong kid, good athlete, and really a good kid.
Ball back at the 34-yard line, loss of about 3 on the play. We'll call it 2 on the scoreboard, so we'll stick with that at 2nd and 12 for Arkadelphia. Twins left, split right. Now Rucker working out a shotgun, rolling to his left. Has some pressure, hitting the backfield and dropped for a loss.
Big old Grady Allison. Now that's what you really like to see out of the big 11th grader Allison. I mean, this is why, with his size and his speed, this is why he's getting a lot of attention from some college coaches as a junior, and he keeps this up, and there'll be a lot of people looking at him next year. And Grady's has done a great job, Mike, because he's playing both sides of the ball tonight a lot too. He's played a lot.
Long 3rd down now for Arkadelphia, 3rd and about 25. And the Malvern defense has started this second half very well. Rucker will work out a shotgun. His trips right, Twins left. Takes a snap. Now going to run it up the middle. And he is going to be dropped near the 30-yard line. Got some positive yardage, but the Badgers are going to have to punt this one away.
I was watching Allison that time too, and on a double team, but he still went out far enough that forced the quarterback back to the inside into support and into help. And Grady looks right now like he's decided he's not going to be blocked, and he keeps playing that way every play, and he's going to be a great one, even better than he is now. He's a great one now.
King set up back at the 40-yard line. Low line drive kick goes out of bounds. No Leopard has a chance to field it. They're going to spot it at midfield, and the Leopards once again with good starting field position.
Well, we talked early, Mike, in that first quarter. After that first quarter, it would be very important that we wanted the Leopards to play on the Arkadelphia side of the field, and so far in the second half, we've been able to do that, and just makes it real tough. Field position on a night like tonight, on a field like tonight, it is just of the ultimate importance, and so far the Leopards have had the advantage of it here in the second half.
Traylor are going to step under center now. Henson alone in the backfield. Twins to either side. Give Henson up the middle. Henson breaks a couple of tackles and picks up about 7 yards, maybe 8 on the play. Good first down game by Dontel Henson.
Yeah, that's why we've that's the kind of run that we expect out of him, and you just keep pounding, and good run by Dontel, building those stats a whole lot better than what he had in the first half.
Ball on the 43-yard line. It's 2nd down and 2 for the Leopards. Henson alone in the backfield once again. Takes a snap. Trying to get to the outside, hemmed up. He's going to be very close to a first down. We'll wait on the spot. Looks like he's going to be about a half yard shy.
Yeah, it was, once again, he was running east and west and just tried to turn up and just couldn't quite make it.
Third down, less than a yard now for the Leopards.
The band's up there, I can't get up there now.
Minute 37 to go here in the third quarter. Leopards lead 7-0. Trailer up under center, takes a snap, gives Henson up the middle. Met immediately.
And I
will depend on the spot.
I don't believe it depends on the
I think
spot.
he got a favorable spot on the far side of the field, Ron, and I believe he's got it.
Yeah, if he got up on the 40, they're going to look at it anyway. Nope, he said it's first down. That's a hard-fought first down. It's a very important one, too, Mike, because we had just stopped them and got good field position, and it's good. We just need to keep old momentum over there on the guys in the white shirts and the white pants.
Malvern comes back to the line of scrimmage. Ball at the 40-yard line of Arkadelphia. Twins left, split right. Twins right, too, excuse me. Henson alone in the backfield. Trailer fumbles, snap, picks it up. He's going to get positive yardage as he has run out of bounds after a gain of about 7 yards.
You know, that's one of the things that the things that David Trailer possesses is that ability to the quickness and the athletic ability and the smarts to go ahead and make what could be a disaster into a 6-yard gain. And he does that with his speed and just great athletic ability and good football sense.
You know, we were talking at halftime, and I don't know what odd place to bring it up, I suppose, the white pants. I'm going to say it was about 85's the last time Malvern wore white pants.
I've never seen him in white pants, so it's, had to be at least that long.
Trailer up under center. Jerry Davis set up on the right side. Henson alone in the backfield. Pitch is dropped. And it looks like Arkadelphia has recovered the fumble. On the recovery was Fonda Jackson. And Arkadelphia gets a break there as they'll get the ball at their own 41-yard line.
That was definitely a busted play. Trailer turned around to pitch to somebody, to the back, and the back was coming in for a handoff. That's what it looked like to me.
Well, and too, Ron, I'm starting to think this wet field is coming more and more into play. You're seeing the guys slip a little bit more. I think the ball's getting a little bit more slick. There's been some passes that should have been caught that weren't.
Here he comes.
Yeah, once again, now the Leopards have this one. Well, I said they had it hemmed up. Breaking tackles is Xavier Todd, and Todd breaking towards the sideline has the first down.
That was the thing that Coach Fogelman talked about. You've got to get a hand. Grady Allison had a hand on him, but just couldn't quite wrap him up. And instead of it being a 4-yard loss, it's about a 12, 15-yard gain.
Gain is into Leopard territory. Ball spotted at the 44 of the Leopards. 48 seconds left here in the third quarter. Leopards leading 7-0. Defense trying to hold that lead for Malvern. Rucker working out a shotgun on the keeper. Cuts inside, has some running room, picked up, or dropped rather, after about a 7-yard gain.
Yeah.
He'll be spotted at the 37.
Once again, Devin Ball was there from his linebacker position to put us out. We do have a Badger down on the field. He's getting up, and the coaches are talking to him, so we'll see. He's going back to the huddle.
Well, he'll have to come off the field once the coaches come on.
That's Dustin Cooper, offensive lineman. Obviously, he's one of the offensive linemen.
Looks like he's going to be okay. Just took it, looked like he may have taken a little shot. He's walking fine, and trainer's checking on him, but it looks like the shot may have been to rather sensitive area.
Yeah. Big red-headed kid. Good-looking football player.
Second down and 3 for Arkadelphia. 3 seconds left in the quarter, and Arkadelphia is going to let time expire. When we return, Arkadelphia will have the ball. Leopards lead 7-0. We'll be back with the start of the fourth quarter.
Hi, I'm Josh. I love Wade.
Hey, I'm Tommy Green, pastor of Third Baptist Church here in Malvern. We're looking forward to a great season from our Leopards. We also want to take this chance and invite you to church. Starting September 27th, we're going to have 2 worship services on Sunday mornings. an 8:30 traditional service, and a 10:55 contemporary service. Also on Sunday nights at 5:25, we offer Awanas free of charge, and on Wednesday nights at 6, we have a family worship service. We hope to see you soon.
Has the pressure up the middle, throws towards the sideline. A Leopard is there, and it is incomplete.
Wow. Out there again, Kevin Murdoch really played the ball, really did a good job, and it looked to, can't tell from it, looked to me at the last minute the offensive man became a defensive man because Kevin had position on him and really went up to get the ball. While we got a second, I'd like to compliment the Leopard fans across the stadium. Really a good turnout of Leopard supporters here in Arkadelphia tonight.
3rd down and 3, a critical 3rd down and 3 for this Leopard defense, as they lead this one by 7. Give to Hendricks, and he's hit immediately. He does get some positive yardage. And they'll spot him at the 35. It'll be 4th and 1.
Yeah, big 4th down play here because trailing this one by just a touchdown here, just starting the 4th quarter, Arkadelphia's going to, I feel like, they're going to go for it. Yeah, Coach Elmore sending the play in with Garrett Rucker, his quarterback, and Rucker's coming back for a little clarification, looks like. Badger's going to call timeout. They're going to talk it over. We'll be back after this message from one of our sponsors.
Thinking in the right direction.
Are you looking for a bank where you're greeted with a smile, a sincere hello, and a banker who calls you by name and lets you know that they are sincerely glad to see you? Then come by Southern State Bank. We're here to serve you and offer the friendliest and best service available in Malvern and Hot Spring County. Visit Southern State Bank. We're here for you.
Thinking in the right direction. Southern State Bank.
Once again, back at Arkadelphia, a critical 4th down play coming up. Leopards lead this one 7-0, 11:18 to go here in the 4th.
Once again, I'd like to thank our sponsor to make the broadcast possible. First of all, our friends at Suddenlink that give us the time and the airtime both Friday night and Saturdays. MNB, Third Baptist Church, Modern Care Medical, Southern State Bank, Western Sizzling, and Dennis Nick's Machine and Screw. We thank you all, and we thank our orange and black supporters too. Here we go, Mike.
Big 4th down now for the Leopard defense as Rucker brings a man in motion. Rucker turns, gives, Hendricks back. He's brought down in the backfield. The Badgers are going to turn it over on downs, assuming the spot is correct. They're going to spot him at the 45. Leopards have it, 1st and 10.
Well, great big old Kevin Bell, and Kevin's really played a great ball game tonight. We haven't called his name a lot because he's been there all over everybody, and Kevin shot through there, wasn't going to be denied, got a hold of the guy behind the line of scrimmage, and did a great job. Leopards take over here after a big hole, 11-14, leading this one 7-0, and looking to go ahead and drive in from their own 36 and get some more points on the scoreboard.
David Traylor steps under center, twins left, split right, turns, gives Henson up the middle. Henson barrels his way up near the 40-yard line. That'll be a pickup of about 40 yards.
Big number 52, Ashdown Bailey, the highly regarded Arkadelphia linebacker in on that play. The kid's got really good speed. He's got a good motor. He's a good football player.
About 6.5 to 7 yards here for the 1st down. Malvern has it at their own 39-yard line. Jared Davis back in at a fullback position. Pitch. Henson trying to find room to the outside, cuts upfield and is hit at the 40-yard line. So little or no gain on that play. It'll be 3rd down and 6 for the Leopards.
Yeah, Leopards come up with another critical 3rd down and got their hands cut for them.
Defense has been holding their own for the Leopards. The offense needs to get something going. They did have a good scoring drive. Well, I say scoring drive, a 3-yard drive after the James King return.
Leopards need to go ahead and get this 1st and 10, keep the clock going, and keep the ball in their possession.
Traylor had stepped under center, now backs away and will set up in shotgun. Henson sets up to his right. Looking to throw his Traylor. Over the middle. Pass is incomplete. Bounces off his receiver. The throw is a little bit low. and the receiver had to try to go down and get it. It will be 4th down, and the Leopards are going to have to punt this one away.
Yeah, that was an opportunity there for the Leopards to go ahead and pick up the first down, but just our punter and really a good receiver, good football player, number 35, Patrick Llewellyn, just couldn't quite hold on to it.
Llewellyn gets the punt away off the right side of his foot, and it bounds at about the 43-yard line. They're going to spot the ball at just shy of the 44. Arkadelphia gets good field position, only trailing by 7. Leopards lead at 7-0 with 9:43 to go in the ball game.
Yeah, the Leopards had an opportunity there to pin them down, put them back a little bit further. Unfortunately, just was not able to get off a good punt. And but anyway, they're still on they're on their side of the ball with their own 43, and Leopards just need another 3 and out here by our defense.
Ron said 1st and 10 for Arkadelphia at their own 43-yard line. I formation. Twins right, split left. Give up the middle to Hendricks. Hendricks up over the 45-yard line. He'll get to the 46. Pick up of about 3 on the play. It will be 2nd and 7.
Arkadelphia's changed quite a bit of their offensive scheme here in the second half, Mike, and compared to what they were doing in the first half. They're doing a lot more running Henson out of that eye and not using the wing backs like they did in that first half and first quarter.
Correction there. It was a gain of 2 on the play. It's 2nd and 8. Fake to give to Hendricks. Rucker looking for running room the outside, and he's wrapped up as he crosses the 45. He'll get to about the 46-yard line, and it'll be 3rd down and about 7 for Arkadelphia.
Called draw play, outside draw by the quarterback. The problem was he went out there and there's big old number 90, Grady Hollison. Grady couldn't quite get him because he'd overshot so far, but he turned him back in where help was, and he got a net. Looked like he picked up a yard. Another great play by Grady Hollison out there on that defensive end spot.
3rd down and 7 for Arkadelphia. Ball is at their own 46-yard line as Rucker brings a man in motion. Dropping back is Rucker, looking to get a pass away over the middle. Pass is incomplete. Good coverage out there by the Malvern defense. I wish I could see the number. I believe
that was 7. I'm sure it was 7 and 4.
Yeah, I believe it was Murdoch.
The way it closed, it had to be Murdoch. King was out there with him. Murdoch comes flying over there, and just to make sure that nothing good happens to stop the Badgers. The defense once again has stepped up, and we'll send James King back again, and James King along with Trent Bryant to.
Once again, the quarterback is the punter.
Yeah.
He sets up at his own 35-yard line, takes a snap, does punt it away, punts it towards the sideline.
Get away.
And Leopards get away from it. Barely.
I'm sorry about that, folks. There's a Leopard precariously close to that football, and he didn't realize it. Boy, I've seen him take a crazy bounce and hit a leg back or whatever.
You know, Ron, anytime you have a short punt like that, that is a danger because your defensive men, they're there to block. They're not even looking for the football.
Yeah, and they're expecting the ball to go way over their head, and it comes down, behind them with their back to it, and it's just it's a recipe for disaster.
Ball's at the 25-yard line. And the Leopards have it 1st and 10. 8:07 to go. Leopards leading 7-0. Twins left. Davis set up as a slot back to the right side. Pitch, Henson, near side. And he is hit after a gain of a couple on the play. Be a 2nd down, about 9 yards for the Leopards.
Henson's getting a lot of work tonight, and I tell you, he's probably got close to 70, 75 yards by now. But I want to tell you something: they have been tough, really tough yards. He's going, whatever he gets tonight, he's going to earn it.
2nd down and 8. They're calling it now for Malvern. Trailer working out a shotgun. Throw far side, incomplete. Screen set up there for the Leopards. Unable to come up with it. Now it'll be 3rd and 9.
Can't tell which really Leopard that was. Rather than call the wrong name, I'm not going to call a name. The wide out to the left just hit him right in the numbers and slipped right out of his hands. Couldn't quite bring it in.
Third down, 9, maybe 8 yards for the Leopards. Ball is at their own 27-yard line. Need a first down here to keep the ball away from Arkadelphia and hold on to that 7-0 lead.
And run some more time off this clock.
Traylor brings a man in motion. Takes a snap, looking to throw, has some pressure. Loses the football, picks it up. Now on the run, and he'll slide down, holding on to the football, fortunately for the Leopards.
Yeah, did a good job there of turning disaster into a non-disaster. Still lost 4 yards on it, but Llewellyn's going back into punt formation. We've got 7 minutes left in this one right now. Leopards trail 7-0, and Llewellyn's back in punting position. Looked right, he's only 10 yard, 10-yard line, didn't he, Mike?
Yeah, he set up just inside the 10. Llewellyn gets the punt away. Low line drive, bounds at the 40, over well deep into Arkadelphia territory, and is down at the 36 of Malvern, so good punt by Llewellyn.
I understand now why the Leopards tried that fake punt, because I'm watching that one right. They did not rush one man to the punter. Everybody peeled off to the right and went back down to form a line to block. So good job call there on the fake punt earlier by the Leopard coaches. They didn't run the same series and the same offense, or actually defense at that time that they had been in the past.
Rucker up under center, his twins right, split left, turns, gives to Hendricks. Hendricks is going to be dropped for a loss of a yard, maybe 2 on the play.
James King did an excellent job of coming across there with help from Devin Ball, and really stopped that play before it had a chance to get going. They had a hand on Hendricks, and he just didn't have any place to go. Loss of looks like about 1.5. We're going to call it 2 yards on that.
Second down and 12 for Arkadelphia. Ball will be spotted just at about their 34-yard line. Badgers have to get up past the 46 or their own 46-yard line for the first. Pitch.
Sweet.
Coming near side. Now it's a pass, and the tailback's not even looking, or the intended receiver was not even looking. He was out there all by himself. Terrible breakdown in coverage for the Leopards. TJ Means was intended receiver. I'm not sure it was a called play.
I'm not so sure either. They're going to. I guess they didn't have linemen downfield, so, or if they did, they missed it.
But that came as a total shock of Xavier Dodd.
Yeah, I think there's nobody more surprised possibly than TJ Means, unless he just completely missed the play or whatever, because he was down there and all he had to do was turn around, catch the ball, and it's 6 points.
Quite honest, although I'm sure the coaching staff isn't all that excited, it was a heads-up play by Todd, rather. We've got a timeout on the field. We've also got a flag come down. I'm not sure.
Don't believe they got their timeout in time. I think they got. No, he picked it up.
Well, that's the second picked up flag we've seen tonight. Nonetheless, we've got a timeout on the field, 7-0 Malvern. We'll be back in just a moment.
We've got the strength to help you build a solid financial future. We're Malvern National Bank. Enjoy your life. We make financial security easy. We're Malvern National Bank.
Once again, back at Arkadelphia, 5:43 to go here in the fourth quarter. Malvern leads 7-0. Arkadelphia has the ball at their own 34-yard line. It's third down and 12. Rucker sets up in shotgun for the Badgers. Drops straight back, looking to throw. Left side now looking over the middle. Has a man. Pass is... They're going to call that a catch.
Number 9, I'm surprised we had guys right there. Anyway, number 9 went down and caught it. The kid, T.J. Means, that just missed the touchdown a while ago, went between 2 Leopards and did a good job of going down and catching the ball. And the Badgers have life now at the Leopard 37 with the 1st and 10.
Wow, I didn't think the kid even had a shot at catching that one. Great play there. On the keeper's Rucker, and he's going to be hit immediately.
Wow.
No gain on the play. Actually a loss of about a yard. It'll be 2nd and 11.
Devin Ball once again, and Devin's basically has been unblockable. Devin and Grady Ollison have just really, really shed their blockers well tonight and done an excellent job for this defense. Defense needs to make 3 more plays here and get the ball back.
Rucker brings the play in from the sidelines. 2 receivers to his right, 2 to his left as Rucker steps under center. Hendricks alone in the backfield. Looking to his left, throws, pass is incomplete.
Wow. Trent Bryan had a real good chance of getting that ball, and he was playing the player, and the ball bounced up. But nonetheless, it's a 3rd down. It went as an incomplete. Nice coverage by the Leopards. That was one that you'll look in the film room tomorrow. The kids will, and the coach goes, and they'll say, "Ooh, that's one we could have picked off."
3rd down and 11. You got to figure with 5 minutes left in the ball game, everything's 4-down territory for Arkadelphia. Twins right, split left for Rucker. He sets up in shotgun, rolling to his right. Has a pressure being held.
My God! We got
picked off. Leopards have the football.
I'm going to tell you something, people. I'm going to tell you something right now. You're going to get a good view of it because I know Steve Laverne up there has got it. At 4 minutes and 32 seconds, excuse me, Mike, I've got to say this. I want you to look at the holding that the referee stood right there and looked at. Not only was he held, he turned him around. Mike, now it's your turn. I'm sorry.
No, it was an obvious hold. I was, be honest, I was somewhat befuddled by the fact that the head referee staring right at the play didn't throw a flag.
Yeah, and and that is Chris Esch. ESCH is the referee that looked right there and did not call that. So we'll look at that on film tomorrow. Channel 13, 4 o'clock, Suddenlink. Watch the replay of the Leopards and the Badgers. Leopards take over the ball now. 4:36 left in the ball game, leading 7-0.
Leopards need to put together a drive here and kind of put this one away. Traylor takes a snap, gives to Henson. Right side has big running room, as big a run as he's had tonight, as he picks up about 11 yards. Has enough for the first, brought down at the 44 of Arkadelphia.
Yeah, Henson's definitely running downhill on that one. Nice job. Not only that, nice job on that left side of the offensive, the right side of the offensive line. And I can't read the numbers, kids. I know you moms and dads are going to be watching this tomorrow. That right guard and that right tackle, you pound them on the back, fix them a milkshake or something or whatever. These kids really playing well right now.
1st and 10 for Malvern. Ball at the 44-yard line of Arkadelphia. Leopards lead 7-0. 4:09 left here in the ball game. Traylor takes a snap, gives Henson. He's met in the backfield, and he's going to lose about 3 yards on this play.
Well, that's a situation. Number one, there was a Badger there. Dontel tried to stop and move, and quite honestly, his feet just went right out from under him. Number 50 for the Badgers was right there. They're Clayton Saunders. They're one of their linebackers, and he didn't have anywhere to go, but he didn't have a chance to make a cut either, Mike.
Loss of 2 on the play. It's 2nd and 12. Ball is spotted back now at we'll call it the 46-yard line. Traylor up under center. Henson alone in the backfield. Give to Henson again, right side. Breaks a tackle and has good yardage as he gets down inside the 40-yard line of the Badgers. They'll spot him at the 37.
Nice run by Henson there to pick up the lost yardage and get manageable. We're closing in on 3 minutes here left in this ball game. Leopards get one more 1st and 10, and they're in pretty good shape because the Badgers only have one timeout left. And Leopards need to go ahead and pick up 1st and 10 here and put this one away.
2 receiver splits to the left side. Traylor will step under center once again. Henson alone in the backfield. Henson looking for room on the right side. He is going to be brought down
Cross the line.
at the 35-yard line.
He's going to be about a half a yard short. Be fourth and about a half a yard.
It's going to be a little bit shy. It will be fourth down for the Leopards. Clock continues to roll. 2:25 to go here in the ball game.
Coach Fogelman just had a talk with David Traylor and sends in the play. The 25. They just now start the 25-second clock, so
that'll help the Leopards. Arkadelphia is going to take a timeout.
Arkadelphia had to burn their last time out, and they were a player short. But why they were not starting that 25-second clock, I have no idea. I mean that. Anyway, we'll keep it here with you. Once again, like I say, it's been a kind of a strange night. It's been. Now at this point, you got to call it a defensive struggle.
Yeah, absolutely, and I really think that the offenses have been limited by the field. Can't make the good cuts that our running backs like to make. I'm sure their backs like to make. They've got some pretty good speed.
Yeah.
The field is bad enough that neither band was allowed to perform on the field. It's probably a good idea, just for the simple fact that even marching was going to be somewhat difficult out there.
Big fourth down play here for the Leopards.
Leopards come out, 2:09 to go in the game, leading 7-0, facing fourth and less than a yard. Trailer up under center, turns, gives, Henson, right side, he's got the first down, he's at the 40, he cuts upfield, he's at the 20, the 10, touchdown Malvern.
Well, great play there. Henson just really followed his blocker, and it was one of those situations that we've said it all along. You keep pounding that kid in there, and he's going to get loose on you, and made a good cut to the outside, Mike.
Absolutely, and that one hopefully somewhat put this one away for the Leopards. They lead 13-0, 2 minutes exactly to go here in the ball game, and on to kick the extra point is Alfonso Torres. Good snap, good hold, and I don't know if Torres slipped. He's kind of grabbing his leg there, but
I want you to look at the end of the field where hadn't been played on. I mean, you can see water on top of the grass. So the humidity out there on the field must be 99.9% because you can look at it and you can see the tracks coming off. So anyway, the Leopards lead this one. 2 minutes to go, 13-0 here at Badger Stadium. We'll stay here with you because.
Because we want to.
Because we want to. Once again, please, if you get a chance, thank our sponsors, MNB Malvern National Bank. Third Baptist Church, one of our new ones. We're glad to have them along. Check out their services Sunday. Modern Care Medical, Southern State Bank, Western Sizzling, and Dennis Nick's Machine and Screw. And, there's a lot of people, too. Diamond State and Southern Bank Corps, and a lot of these people have paid for equipment, shirts and hats that we appreciate their support too.
Torres now set to kick off for the Leopards. He gets a nice kick away. Fielded at the 17-yard line. Turn man escapes one tackle, gets up over the 30, and is going to be brought down near the 33, 32-yard line. And Arkadelphia will take over with 1:52 to go, trailing in this one 13-0.
Well, the Leopards they're going to play some pass defense, and I know you'll notice tomorrow, and when you watch this at 4 o'clock on Channel 13, you'll realize why we're having trouble with some of these numbers. As these numbers have got darker and dirtier, some of them are really hard to pick up.
Rucker sets up in shotgun, looking to his left. Has some pressure, rolling them to his left now. Pass is complete at the 40-yard line. Fumble on the play, picked up by Malvern. Bell has it, and Bell working his way across the 40.
He is not down yet.
And he is going to be knocked down.
Yeah, well, he's going to call it dead over here, right? We're going to get a call over here in front of the Arkadelphia.
No, he just had the spot on the
ball. Kevin Bell looked like that tailback fullback in junior high when he played at junior high because they played him both ways. But Leopards could take a knee on this one now. Minute 34 left, 13-0, and Leopards going to wrap up that first conference victory. I tell you what's something else, guys. Here it is. It's 9:35. This has been a fast-moving ball game.
Well, neither team has really put the ball in the air that much, with the field conditions being what they are. And as you said, Ron, the Leopards are set up to take a knee. David Trailer sets up behind center and takes that knee. And that will get the clock running. We're inside a minute 30 now to go. Leopards lead 13-0. And Ron, we can kind of start doing the post game as we speak.
As we speak, if we had Dandy Don Meredith here, he could turn out the lights and because basically this one's over and a couple more knees. I tell you what, Coach Elmore's got this program headed in the right direction. We get Dontel Henson loose and put it out of reach for him, but it took him a couple, 2 or 3 years down at Glen Rose, and we expect the same thing out of him here at Arkadelphia. And to talk about one that's going in the right direction, the Leopards are now 3-1. I don't know the last time that the Leopards were 3-1. It's been quite a while.
Yeah, don't start quoting because you misquoted.
I know
a couple weeks ago.
Steve Laverne will convict, but I will say this: it's been quite a while since the Leopards have been 3-1. We got Ashdown, I think, next Friday night.
Yeah, to Ashdown.
We go to Ashdown. Another big road test for these Leopards, but getting this first conference win you've got to call this is an ugly win, Mike. And good football teams win ugly ball games.
You got to win the ones you're supposed to. The Leopards were supposed to win this one. They do come out with a victory, 13-0.